Joe Biden has appointed, as Common Dreams calls him, a death squad backer, Elliott Abrams, to diplomacy panel. Elliott Abrams, enemy of human rights, apologist for mass murder, should have no place within spitting distance of any Democratic administration in any capacity. This is an op-ed by Jake Johnson for Common Dreams. President Joe Biden on Monday quietly nominated Elliott Abrams to serve on a bipartisan diplomacy commission, a move that human rights advocates condemned as outrageous given the longtime Republican official's past as a defender of Latin American death squads and cheerleader for murderous U.S. foreign policy interventions. Even Mehdi Hassan couldn't bear this. He called it a totally indefensible decision from Biden, Mehdi Hassan wrote on Twitter, pointing to Abrams' guilty plea stemming from the Reagan-era Iran-Contra scandal and his broader record in Latin America. He was convicted of lying to Congress during the Iran-Contra scandal, a point that Ilhan Omar brought up during his Trump-era confirmation hearing, because Trump's Secretary of State, his second Secretary of State, Mike Pompeo, did appoint Abrams as a special envoy to Venezuela, of all places. Most recently, Abrams served as the Trump administration's special envoy to Iran and Venezuela. During a 2019 House Foreign Affairs Committee hearing, Ilhan Omar grilled Abrams on his role in the Reagan administration's policy in El Salvador, whose U.S.-backed military carried out the largest massacre in modern Latin American history in 1981 in and around the village of El Mozote. Here is Ilhan Omar. See, back when Trump was president, they were allowed to actually grill these people, right? Let's see what she has
before she got her mind right.
Exactly.
February 8th, 1982, you testified before the Senate Foreign Relations Committee about U.S. policy in El Salvador. In that hearing, you dismissed as communist propaganda report about the massacre of El Mozote, in which more than 800 civilians, including children as young as 2 years old, were brutally murdered by U.S.-trained troops. During that massacre, some of those troops bragged about raping a 12-year-old girl before they killed them. Girls before they killed them. You later said that the U.S. policy in El Salvador was a fabulous achievement. Yes or no, do you still think so?
From the day that President Duarte was elected in a free election to this day, El Salvador has been a democracy. That's a fabulous achievement.
Yes or no, do you think...
A lot of reflection this guy's done, you know? real deep conscience this guy has. We don't have to play the whole thing. I just wanted to show that. I mean, what a vicious piece of garbage this guy is. And, you know, this is the, you know, libs want everybody to understand there is no deep state. Right?
So where's Omar?
Right, where is she now?
She's not saying anything?
Have we heard from her now? Have we heard from her now?
You got your mind right, Luke.
Her hair should be on fire. I remember when that clip came out, this is when these people were still heroes to a lot of us, to me. When I saw that, I was like, God damn, I never saw anybody do that in my lifetime in Congress. I never saw anyone do that shit. Remember when AOC used to grill the CEOs? We thought, yeah, man, this is what we voted for, right? When was the last time you saw that shit?
Right.
From any of them. Any of them.
No, exactly. And, you know, you talk about meet the old new boss, same as the old boss. You argue with people about whether there is a deep state or whether it's a conspiracy. That is the face of the deep state. That's the deep state. He worked for Reagan. He worked for Bush. He worked for George W. Bush. He was obviously a fierce advocate for the second Iraq War. Worked for Trump. Now he's back working for Joe Biden. So, I mean, if that doesn't convince you that there's a deep state, and if it doesn't show you the true face of the deep state, then what will it be? Right, exactly. Yeah,
you're gonna get a bonus metal track for that guy.
You're gonna burn in hell.
Oh yeah, no. What a piece of work that fucking guy is. Holy shit.
Please clap.